I'll articulate it in plain English, and bluntly. The people that are the ones that are committing those cold case crimes are paying private investigators to put the case on someone else. And those private investigators have a list of people that they're paid to kill, paid to destroy. And that's where they put the cases. You ever notice when somebody dies, they put 30 cases on them? Oh, the guy killed like 30 more people. Who do you think? It's a scam, man. Those PIs are full of shit. Those 30 crimes were the crimes of their bosses that paid them. All of a sudden, 30 crimes are attributable to somebody. Right. After they're dead, right? We're supposed to believe that? Thanks, sir. Yeah, cold case investigators are pretty much vermin. Or they would have found those girls in one in Texas. Who's the other one? The one in North Carolina. Right. That's why they're not being solved. Moldavian mafia probably paid somebody, so we can't find what's her name. What's her name? Lena, something like that. Right. Koja Curry. I mean, her mother goes back to Moldavia. Have you ever seen anything like that? Look, I can't even live my life. Her, she travels the world and lives in Moldavia, and she probably killed her kid, right? Or sold her to sex traffickers, right? So again, another. There is no fucking cold case, you fuckers. Right? They jump around so many fucking times with those cold cases. It's not even fucking funny. The whole thing is a fucking disgrace because any first year FBI agent could solve it and say more than commit nothing, and they're corrupt, and did. The FBI did nothing. Shit. Oh yeah, I'm violent because I'm going to break your neck for being in my apartment. Fuck you and fuck your family. How about that? Hope your mother rots in hell tonight. You know what you say about my mother. You know what you say about my family. You know what you say about me. And you've said it for 40 years to other people. I don't care if you joined 2 days ago. Fuck you and fuck your family for being here. We'll just start the curses now. Yeah. Thanks, Larry. Not going to wait 30 years like before. Oh, look what they did. All right. They're trying to confuse me on which internet it is. All right. So what they would do is that Carnaby guy would show a badge and tell people, he's this or that or other thing, and get them to turn their lights off for money. And what's that other fuck? The other fuck that they just attacked the Trump administration. What's his name? O'Keefe. O'Keefe's one of them. They do that shit to cop. They'll isolate, get a cop isolated and fucked with, and then they'll bring a woman in to do the dirty deeds. Right. Yeah, a woman who worked for Facebook. That's who she was. She was like an O'Keefe person. They had to destroy me and kill me. Right. She got her little Facebook job. That's who all those cops working for those social medias are. They're murderers, man. For all I know, she killed Luna. They don't care, man. They just want to get paid. I'll curse you every freaking day, all of you. And on the days I forget to curse you, God will curse you automatically in my stead. You don't think God will curse you? Bullshit. You know you're a liar. You know you're not heroes. You know you're causing crime and causing people's minds to fail so that they move into crime. You know you kill people by causing poor health. You will be in hell. You will never be in the presence of God. Not a single one of these LDS people that engage in that psyop will ever see God. And there's questions about the rest of the church. But at least I met who it was most of the time, or not most of the time, part of the time. LDS spies, LDS CIA, LDS FBI. That's who they are. That's who they've been. That's who probably killed John. People like the LDS. How many bodies does that what is it called, a ward? How many bodies does that ward have underneath it? How many people they kill? How many suicides they cause? How many sex crimes did they cause? That's the questions I have. That's the questions God has. But God says God has the answers. And you'll learn those answers in hell. Not here to be afraid of a church, no matter how big it is. Not here to be afraid of a punk cop that sells out to kill cops. Not afraid of him. Not afraid of her. Pieces of shit, just like those Facebook fucks. And those fucking ex-fucks. Elon's not real, he's a fucking punk. A propped up punk. Drug-using punk. He's not even a drug-using drug. He's a drug-addicted punk. Correct. Saudis and a bunch of Middle Easterns backing. When I say Saudis, I mean the Saudi CIA, the Saudi spy agencies. They'll kill Americans before they'll let them do anything to Trump. Or not Trump, to Musk. Right. The dirty cops come along like it's all okay. Because we got cold cases. If you say anything, we'll put a cold case on you. What a bunch of freaks. What disgusting filth. That's not what cold cases were meant to be. The Gilgo Beach murderer paid the PIs and the cops. That's why he wasn't busted. Meanwhile, they extorted people like me with the Gilgo Beach case if I were up there. Right. 100%. These same people did crooks. They're the ones that caused Trump to be shot. Oh no, you know we're conservatives. We know you're only going after him because he went after Trump. You know that's the only reason we're here. You know what they were 4 years ago? Same group of people. took their liberal face people and said the same thing. You know, he was with Trump. You know, the only reason we're here is because he's against Biden. Remember, there are people right now telling Cash who to fire and told Cash who to fire. They're the same piece of shit murderers, cop killers that Carnaby was, telling him who to get rid of in the FBI, decimating the FBI. Look, I already told you that they were pulling punches. Those cases could have been solved 3 years ago, but they wouldn't do it. Right. It's an illusion. Some of them don't know the answer, but they'll be fired in 3 years by the same group of people who put them in to fire the other agents. I told you under Biden that officers were pulling punches and wouldn't solve cases. So now we're all going to come, oh, look, we're solving everything. The people that are leading Cash around by the nose are being led around by the nose. They're setting up the next 4 years. Well, who's going to be dogged during those 4 years if I'm still here? Me. You see, it's bullshit. Meanwhile, what's going on out there? The immigrants are still living a better life than I am. 100%. It's a scam. Any immigrant with a lot of money, they just pay somebody. I'm a stalker. That's why they turned off the lights. Fuck you and fuck your family, all of you. Every time you lie, I'm just going to fuck you and fuck your family. In fact, I'm going to put something out there where you get fucked every time you lie about me. So Madalena Kozikari, we can't get anywhere. We can't get anywhere in San Antonio. What's the other case? What's her name? Lena Sauter kill. Can't get anywhere there. Why? Because somebody paid money. Yeah, Naples is a fucking lie. Disgusting pigs. Tried to sexualize me with 14-year-olds while I'm just trying to live a normal life and find somebody my age to marry or a little bit younger. Right. Disgusting pigs. There is no history of any type of sexualization or sexualizing of youth. None whatsoever in my life. Get the fuck out of here and go to fucking hell, all of you. You tried. Oh, you tried real hard, didn't you? Used every CIA trick, every KGB trick in the book. Every sex cult trick in the book. Disgusting pigs. Let's see here. Oh, he set up, he's so ornery and evil. I'll show you it up in hell, man. You're all going to hell. The LDS are going to hell. They really are. I'm not going to pull punches, never did before, never won't do it now. That shit they pulled in their church will send them to hell. Shit. I'm sorry. There's no doubt. I already investigated certain aspects of the investigation into the disappearance of Lena Kill by simply saying things. There's no doubt that somebody is blocking that investigation, and they have spycraft capability. Right. The pushback of the timing was important. Right. Could be organized crime. That's so fucked up. She looks like my daughter when she gets older. Like the age enhanced. Oh, like my daughter did back then. Right.
The planting pause is over. Now it's the perfect time for replacing that sad, crunchy lawn with colorful water saver plants. Saws can help with up to $500 in coupons. Apply by October 15th and get all the details at gardenstylesa.com/coupons.
A unique team from a national nonprofit wants to get involved in a San Antonio missing child case. But San Antonio police is saying no. Nearly 3 years ago, Lena Sadarkil disappeared from her apartment complex playground. Lena's family just learned a team of retired investigators with the nonprofit want to help with the case. KENS 5 reporter Hannah Tita explains why their request was denied.
A photo of what Lena Sadarkil could have looked like today at 6 years old. The nonprofit behind this age progression image wants to do more.
What's very just daunting is looking at the fact that a national agency is asking to be involved with this case and that SAPD is shutting them down.
Pamela Allen is a family advocate. She recently learned the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children offered help from its Team Adam shortly after Lena went missing. Team Adam is made up of retired law enforcement professionals. The group helps vet leads, recommends investigation strategies, and offers equipment and resources.
They are hoping for fresh eyes to come upon this. They're hoping for new investigators to get involved.
But the San Antonio Police Department denied assistance from Team Adam. A spokesperson told us they don't share sensitive information about active missing person cases with outside.
They got a point, because you can't trust it. You don't know where they're going to leak the information. Right. So if they are on the take, you give them the information, and right, they can also steer the investigation away from where it's supposed to be. Right. He's cursing this one. It's either in there or they hear me. I just curse this again. If I pick you up inside, I don't have to, talk about it. Right. Jesus cursed people. Paul cursed people. Right. Well, maybe back then it would have been better not to curse you, but not today. That's for sure.